What's going on, everybody? C4, welcome back to the channel. And it's just one of those days I've literally recorded like an hour worth of different videos and I wasn't happy with anything. So we're just going to talk here for a little bit because this breaking news, the Raiders have traded for Davante Adams. The compensation is not in yet. I don't know if we can pop up the old Twitter here. Have they said anything about the compensation? I do not think. But I wanted to just come in and talk about Philly getting rid of Fletcher Cox because that is something, and just generally my vibes on the Eagles offseason, because I made a video talking about these targets that I think Philly should sign, and haven't signed any of them yet. So, got rid of Fletcher Cox. Sounds like they might want to try to work something out to bring him back. It's a business. I think Fletch does a lot of things that don't get recognized. Like if you're casual, like, oh, there's no sacks. Like he eats double teams so that Javon Hargrave can get the sacks. But it's also very valid to say that what we were still getting, Fletcher Cox was not worthy of the contract that we were paying him. So it seems like a situation where Philly's like, we don't want to pay you this amount of money, we're going to release you, but we will pay you this amount of money. So if no one's going to overpay, we'd love to have you back to Philadelphia. So maybe it's not the end of Fletch. If Fletch comes back on a lesser contract, that's kind of cool. But as it speaks for the rest of the Eagles free agency, just because obviously we want to talk about this year, this is the bigger news. I'm bummed out. I like still Jamison Crowder, veteran slot wide receiver, pretty dope. Kaiser White still there at linebacker. Dante Jackson at corner. The safety market is barren. Like I don't know, like J-Ron Curse, Honey Badger, something like that maybe. But the video I was trying to record before this was my dream Eagles offseason. I talked about free agency, great at the moves, great at the move, and talked about the available free agents. And it was just like a lot of basically saying a lot of things, but ultimately just meaning one thing, that Philly just waited along. Like I don't know what I could not tell you. I genuinely could not tell you what Philly's strategy is, because the best guys that are available that are going to help the Philadelphia Eagles, that are going to be upgrades over what we had last year, for the most part, are guys that are Band-Aid type guys. And if you're going for the Philadelphia Eagles in this approach of we're going to go with the slow burn with Jalen Hurts. We know we're still not there. We're committing to Jalen Hurts. That's why we're not making aggressive moves for any of these quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson or, whatever that. He goes wherever, Matt Ryan or anything like that. Then you don't need to be signing guys that are like 30, 31. You need to get guys that you can get that are younger and try to grow and develop them. And obviously not the top tier guys, like the guys like Marcus Williams and all those dudes that are getting big time money, but Miles Jack got a reasonable deal. Jordan Whitehead got a reasonable deal. You could look at DJ Chark, wasn't crazy, like another guy wide receiver, but Philly's just waiting around, and I took all that negative energy. I did a mock draft, and surprise, surprise, the players that fall to the Philadelphia Eagles at 15, 16, and 19 fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have to move up. There's no way, and it's very unlikely that Philly keeps all those 3 first-round picks. But like, you look at the draft, man. Like Jordan Davis to take over Fletcher Cox is like the best case scenario if we just sit on our hands and wait for the players that fall down there. We're going to have to be aggressive. We're going to have to move up. We're going to, everything kind of says towards our draft, which, I mean, we could just be saving for the draft. But with our 3 picks, we have to be aggressive in the draft. But we've been very non-aggressive in free agency. So it's like, if you think free agency is going to set the tone for how you're going for the whole offseason, Philly has been, kind of asleep at the wheel. So that's kind of where I'm at with the Eagles right now. And let's finish off talking about this trade. Davante Adams, man. Best wide receiver in the NFL. I'm still waiting to see just what the hell the compensation is. It's got to have to be multiple first-round picks, right? I don't want to see here come the wagons. Like someone say the compensation for two prime 2022 picks. 2 prime 2020. So like a first and a second for Davante Adams? I mean, we don't have the salary for it, but I mean, my God. He reunites with Derek Carr, the Fresno State connection. AFC West, an absolute bloodbath. You got the Chargers, who got Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson, re-signed Mike Williams. You got the Chiefs are still the Chiefs, haven't had a whole lot of money, but I guess they kept Orlando Brown, brought in Justin Reed to replace Honey Badger. You have the Denver Broncos going out and getting Russell Wilson, and they got Randy Gregory. And now, the Raiders, we were kind of memeing on the Raiders a little bit. I had a good tweet. It's like all these other teams going off on psycho god mode. The Raiders just hoping that the first-round pick this year doesn't get arrested. And then they come out here and get Davante Adams. They got, before that, Chandler Jones. So all I could say is, I hope to God that the AFC West games get flexed to primetime. Every AFC West divisional game needs to be peak television because all those games are going to be absolute bloodbaths. Good for the Raiders. Happy to be Raiders. Even though I clown the Raiders a little bit, I generally enjoy that fan base. I think you guys are an awesome fan base. And I like to see the Raiders do well, especially because, a lot of it hasn't been self-inflicting. It's not like the fans and the team. Like, it's just between the rugs and all the picks getting busted and stuff like that. It's your coach, and it's been one thing after another for the Raiders. And they deserve a little bit of positivity coming their way, and they are getting it by trading for Davante Adams. What does it mean for the Packers? I see they're going to get their first-round pick. You're not getting a wide receiver that's even comparable to Davante Adams in the first round this year. Unless you're getting Garrett Wilson. And Garrett Wilson, as you can see here, we just saw it down here, ain't going to be there. Ain't going to be there. Even though Matt Miller's a nerd, ain't going to be there. So they're going to be picking Olave. They're going to be picking Treylon Burks. Going to be looking Jameson Williams. But, interesting, you adds another dynamic. Did Aaron Rodgers agree? Like, is this one of those things where Aaron Rodgers gave it the thumbs up? Like, hey, things don't work out. I know Davante doesn't want to play in the tag. It's business. Or is this one of those things where, like, I didn't sign up for this. And you're going to have a disgruntled Aaron Rodgers. And we all know Aaron Rodgers will make noise. He has no, worry about ruffling a couple feathers, making it public how he truly feels. So, there's a lot of ripples here. This is an insane offseason. So, all I can kind of say is this trade's crazy. I tried making an Eagles mock off season, and I just got frustrated with the state of the Eagles, so it wasn't really a great video. And it wasn't like a good frustration, like, oh my God, this is kind of funny. It was just more of like a depressing, I can't tell you where the Philadelphia Eagles, like, you like to think that in the war room for Philadelphia, in Howie Roseman's office, there's like a whiteboard with the plan. Like the plan, the blueprint of bringing the Philadelphia Eagles back. I have no idea. There's probably a reason why I don't get paid to do this at the end of the day, because I just keep coming with, like, what are the Eagles doing here? So definitely want to hear what you guys think about that trade. That trade's absolutely absurd. What do you think about, for the Eagle fans that are watching this, Fletcher Cox leaving? That's kind of crazy. Let me know in the comment section below. I will have, maybe something more concrete for the Eagles related a little bit later. Hopefully we get another free agency signing. Maybe make a trade, like something, hopefully they do something. Hopefully Howie Roseman wakes up. But Davante Adams to the Raiders, that is insanity. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace out.